Good day. It's the 24th already of July 2021. I hope you're having a good day. Very hazy and hot here in Virginia. If you want to see a case that is kind of, I think, just a symbol of everything that is wrong right now with state and local law enforcement, with the way the laws are being enforced, we'll say, in major cities, this is it. A man was released on a murder charge because nobody showed up to prosecute him. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Now, he was released, charges were filed, the Marshals Fugitive Task Force picked him up. But again, what you're seeing is absolute incompetence on the part of state attorneys, this one is in St. Louis, whether it be St. Louis, Chicago, all of these major cities. And, what's holding our, society together besides it being every person for himself. So take a look at this, then I'll talk about it.
Well, an accused murderer who was set free after prosecutors failed to show up to court is now back in custody. Brandon Campbell is accused of shooting and killing Randy Moore last year. Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner's office charged Campbell with murder, but he was released by a judge last week after Gardner's office failed to show up for the case in court 3 times, mainly because the case was reassigned to a prosecutor that was on maternity leave. That prosecutor has since resigned. Gardner's office refiled charges against Campbell, and U.S. Marshals arrested him at a home in St. Louis County.
So that's it. I mean, there's one thing that I am very, very grateful for, and that is that there are people who want to step into law enforcement at this time. Not many, but y'all do. Whether you're working as a state and local, whether you're going to go in as state and local, whether you're going in as federal. Right now, I think the wealthy, who used to be, the so-called anti-establishment. Most of you are not old enough to remember any of this. But in the 60s, they're, oh man, I don't like the establishment. They're no good. These people are now in power, and they are the establishment, and they're setting up a system where they are protected, but the average person is not. Now if you live in a wealthy suburb or something, you're going to be okay. Your police department is going to watch out for you. But if you live in these poorer areas, you're not getting any protection, or you're not getting the protection that you deserve. So a lot of law enforcement, as you know, is demoralized. A lot of people are looking for other jobs. Right now, a lot of these police departments probably couldn't give their jobs away. But I thank God for you. And here's why. Number one, you're going into an occupation that is not well thought of right now, but it's one that has to be done. Number two, it's an occupation that requires at all times a great deal of physical readiness, a great deal of courage, a great deal of mental alertness. No matter what you go in, what field of law enforcement you go into, that's what it requires. Number three, it's a job that doesn't pay as much as a lot of other jobs, let's face it. Number four, it's a job where you're going to be getting a lot of scorn, a lot of difficulties from different areas of the community, and you're not always going to be backed by your own supervisors. Now, what kind of person does that? Well, someone who is a protector, someone who guards other people, someone who makes it their business to make sure that other people are protected. Most people, even at the best times for law enforcement in our society, want nothing to do with that kind of an occupation. So I thank God that for those of you who watch this channel, or those of you who are watching this video because you want to go into law enforcement, even despite all of these bad conditions, all these conditions that are set against you. And anything that I can do to help you, I will. I was going through the garage yesterday and I found my old personnel file, including my letter of appointment to the DEA and my resume from 1980s. And it was typed up on a Selectric typewriter, and you had to do it 3 or 4 times to get it without error, because back then you didn't have computers, it was the old days. But I made working in a jail sound like doing brain surgery. And that is I'm going to do in the next couple of days some videos on how to do resumes for the DEA and for the Marshal Service. Because unlike state and local, or unlike other jobs, the federal government seems to like the longer resume. Okay, and I'll explain why in subsequent videos. But again, thank you for what you're wanting to do. Just thank you for aspiring to do it. And don't ever get discouraged, okay? Don't ever get discouraged. It is, it seems like, the agencies aren't hiring right this minute, and you're like me, you want everything done right at this minute. It's not going to get done at this minute, but it will get done, and you will get it done, and you're going to make it happen. And I just thank God for you. So have a good day.